So it's middle of August right now, and I've been watching some spaces out here where the deer have been moving in and out of, and this little area is a bit of a field. I'll actually turn around for you here. So a lot of this is just natural growth. I planted a little bit of stuff, some chicory and clover and some turnips in the middle of all this stuff. And as you can see, like the turnips and stuff, the broadleaf veg is coming up over here, but it's not prolific. I think one of the things I did is I didn't put any lime down. I didn't fertilize anything, so we're just kind of dealing with what it is. We're out here in eastern North Carolina where the soil is very sandy. But we're just dealing with what we have right now. The grass out here is super tall. You can see it's probably 5 feet tall in places. Another 100 yards down here. There's a bunch of just native flowers and everything else. There's bumblebees and dragonflies everywhere, so it's really pretty. And then along this wood line is a creek, and that's actually the property boundary. And then over here is a whole bunch of oaks, to include this one here, that one there, and this one over here. Most of the woods over there, we got some persimmons, and then we've got a whole bunch of sweet gum and stuff like that. So this area here has been kind of a corridor where I feel like they just kind of walk this line of oaks, circle around, eventually come into this field here. So it's got a tree. I've got the stationary permanent stand. I had it underneath my house for like the last 2 years, just put together. It's nothing fancy, but it'll hold me here just fine. I think there's enough cover with the tree to break up the silhouette, but what I'll probably end up doing is I'll get some of the camouflage burlap, camouflage netting, and put around the bottom pieces of the stand here as well, so if my legs and things of that nature are moving, that'll have some concealment. And then if I need to, I can trim some branches off and just kind of zip tie some out if they need to be, just to make it look a little bit more natural here. But we're a good month away from the opening weekend of bow season, so I think they'll have plenty of time to get used to it. Hopefully this oak tree here will also start dropping acorns. That one there. Now, if they're coming there, that's a bit of a poke, but that's what my mobile setup is for, or a ground blind or a ground game. It's hitting some of those oaks. There's some water oaks and pin oaks in here and back in here as well. So depending on the mast will probably dictate some of the deer movement. I'm also going to put up a mock scrape here in a minute that I'll show you guys. But right now, this is what I'm kind of getting set up. This will be a nice comfortable stand. The chair swivels. It's nothing fancy. It's probably like a $150 stand or something. I think I got it from Academy Sports. But that's what I'm setting up here. Generally, this is going to be the setup of one of my stands here. Again, I've got several ladder stands that I'll be setting up, and then I've got a mobile stand that I'll use for those types of situations. This here property is only about 7 acres, but it's got a lot of deer on it. I just got permission to hunt it this year. So I've never hunted it before, but there's a couple of decent 8 points on here, some basket 6s, lots of spikes. More importantly, there's a lot of does on it as well. So if I can, try to chase a buck or two out here, but definitely, try to get these does as they're coming in to these feeding areas. As we get closer to the rut, obviously those does will hopefully bring bucks. So we'll see what we can do. All right, so I know I've got a stand set up right here. This is a nice oak tree. There's lots of oaks, tiny little acorns already on the branches. What I'd like to do is set up actually kind of a synthetic or a mock licking branch. And I did this last year and had good results. Deer were coming by, but I put it in the swampy area that I hunt, which is loaded with bears. And while the bucks also liked the branch, the bears did too, and they would just tear them down and chew up the ropes and things of that nature. So what I did this time is I just literally went and bought some cheap rope from Lowe's, in this case, like a month ago, and it's now August. So I'm gonna go ahead and try it out. This property, I haven't seen any bears. I don't think there's any gonna be around unless they're nomadic from the National Forest or something like that that came out here. But so far I haven't seen any, so I don't think I'll have that problem. But I'm actually just gonna kind of put this at the end of one of these branches here and see how it goes. So I've got this tied up. It's a little frayed. I don't think that's gonna matter. I'm just gonna put a little bit of this Code Blue rack rub on there and see if any of the critters are enticed to come sniff it, lick it, maybe make a scrape, rather a rub, and see how we do there. It's this kind of thick, gooey. I mean, it smells like vanilla apple butter or something. It's not stinky, which is why I think the bears liked it so much where I was last year, is I feel like they treated it as if it was honey and just really, I mean, I had them tied to some saplings and stuff, and they would just pull the saplings over and then steal my rope. So should have a little easier setup here. I think for this time around, I'm also going to move my trail camera to face this way so I can keep a decent eye on the spot. Got 2 more ladder stands to set up. I'm gonna set those up in the swamp. I'll do some coverage there, and then we're done. And we'll just be ready for the season. Hopefully we start recording a few more hunting videos instead of setting up tree stands and sweating videos.